But then again, like, I don't know. I said, like, Isabel has some mad confidence in her, because I guess she thought, like, I don't know what her problem was, but like I said, she always got the nerve to talk about somebody else and never could look in the mirror about her own goddamn self. Like, I can understand you love yourself, but be honest with yourself as well, because you can't sit there and talk about somebody else and you can't look in the mirror and pick up all your flaws. So I'm assuming from what Tasha's hinting to me is the reason why Isabel and her husband are going through it is because, she thinks that, he got somebody else out there. And if you, I'm trying so hard to be good, but if you see them together, when they got together in the beginning, you was like, oh, they make a cute couple. But when you see them now, you scratch your head. But they've been together since they were 17, 18. I understand a lot of people change. I understand a lot of people body goes through a lot of, but for you to didn't want nobody to be in your wedding because they were fat, for you to sit there and talk about how somebody else's body looked, yeah, I would be scared my husband is cheating. Because you've completely let yourself go. And mind you, it's probably not because of her, but at the end of the day, it is because of her, because we've been trying to warn that girl about her diabetes since she was in high school. And every time you would say something about her diabetes, she would constantly just catch an attitude with you and wouldn't talk to you for days. You had the opportunity to control that. You thought, oh, because you lost all that weight, that, oh, you was too, oh, the diabetes was not going to affect you, all that other stuff. That girl was in the hospital every week. And then on top of that, I even told Tasha to tell her, I think she has Crohn's disease because of the symptoms that she was having also. Because verifying insurance and then talking to patients and everything, like, they would tell me more than I needed to know. But a lot of them was having the same symptoms that she was having. And I was telling Tasha to tell her that she needs to tell her doctor or whatever to put her on this medication to stop, like, to slow down a lot of them symptoms. She kept eating what she wanted. And plus, Isabel can't cook. They eat out all the time. The probably thing that she knows how to cook is noodles. So you first started off where you had this husband, you was a wife, but you can't cook. You can't clean. You didn't even take care of your first two born. I mean, your first children, your son and your daughter when they were born. What, because you fulfill all his fantasies? That's what you think that's going to keep a man? A man's still going to cheat regardless. Whether you perform any sexual acts you want for him in the bedroom. I don't care how grip your is. I really don't. What do you do? What else do you do besides give a little sloppy stop and let somebody go in through the back? Oh, you do your daughter's hair and your son's hair. That's a good trait too. So I was like, well, damn, I didn't know they was going through, because they seemed like they all happy and giddy and all that other stuff. Tasha was like, yeah, not all the time. So I'm like, well, damn. So she was like, have you heard from Claudia? I was like, nah, I haven't really heard from her. Like I said, I didn't tell her anything about the pregnancy. So when she leaves, then I start going on the dating websites and end up, like, starting to go on these little dates. And mind you, on POF, like, nobody was really worth me even meeting in person. And so there's this one dude that I was started talking to. And as soon as we started talking, he was calling me every day. He was texting me every day. We were FaceTiming almost every day. So by the time it came for us to meet, he stayed in Orlando. And one thing he told me straight up, he was like, I have my own place, I work, but I don't have a car because my car is suspended. My license is suspended, so I don't have a car. So if we were to meet, you would have to come to Orlando. So I'm like, oh, okay, I don't have no problems with that. Now, this is when my car starting to act up. When I'm the first time I go see him, mind you, he broke all my rules. Like, I wasn't gonna meet you at your house. We were supposed to go on a date. Like, everybody else took me on a date. We went out, and I always made sure I had money on me due to the fact, like, not around that time, like, I don't know, because I seen one guy ended up, like, leaving the girl with her, with the bill or whatever. So I make sure I always either get a separate check. If they said they're paying for it off rip, then I'm like, okay, that's fine. But I'm making sure I have my own money. Because I remember that one guy that went viral, he was doing the bill, and he told the girl that she had to pay and she didn't come with no money. I was like, nah, that's not going to be me. I'm going to always make sure I have money when I go out on the dates. So he broke all my rules. I wasn't going to meet at your house. We're going to go on a date first, and that's it. But because I was talking to him for, like, I think 3 months at this time when we first met, he was like, I got to first meet him at his house before we go out. So at first, I guess he thought I was really not going to come, because when I got there, I think that's why I ended up liking him so much, was because when I got there, it was like he was so happy to see me, like, and that felt so good, because I haven't had that in years, besides my children. But to have that, like, a romantic partner do that for you, like, it felt so good to, like, for somebody to see me and then, like, automatically get happy and just give me a hug, and just, it just felt really good. It just felt really good. So we ended up, he ended up cooking me, I forgot what he ended up cooking me a taco salad or something like that. We actually went to the store. We got all the ingredients. He's like, I didn't even think you was going to come, because if I knew you was going to come, I would have had all this stuff already. Walking through the grocery store with me. Like, I was like, this would be so nice for me in the future. Like, I would love to go to the grocery store with my significant other, and we just shopping, and we just picking out stuff to cook it together. And because we ended up cooking together, drinking some wine. No, I couldn't drink that around that time. So it was just really nice. Like, we just got on that vibe where it was just, I was like, oh, I like this. I kind of like this. But I should have known something was up with him too. Yeah.